So I want to talk about something today which is very relevant to me right now. It's about the in-between between your old identity and your new identity. And I saw a TikTok recently of this lady who was talking, she was a therapist, and she was saying nobody really talks about that void feeling, that in-between stage between when, for example, like your old identity, whether it's like people-pleasing tendencies or it's like having connections with people who actually don't make you elevate or don't make you grow or actually drag you down, and then that in between that and then obviously finding the friends that you really want to be around you, the relationship that you really want that elevates you, that pours into you, the job that actually fulfills you, actually going for those dreams and actually for those dreams to come to you. There's this weird in between which a lot of people not only don't realise has to take place, but also is absolutely an initiation as to whether you're going to get your dream life or not. It is the ultimate test by the universe, which is like, can you withstand the discomfort and that void feeling, that empty feeling, that feeling of like, where am I, unstableness, that transition phase between who you were before and your old patterns, living in the past or living based on the past, to then becoming this version of yourself that goes for your dreams, that gets what they want, that manifests and creates the relationships of their dreams. I'm in that void and it's really fucking uncomfortable. It's really uncomfortable. And I think I would say it's been happening for the past year. So pretty much just a rundown. I moved into my new house in March 2025. I bought my own house. Go and check out my vlog because I give a rundown of how I did that. And I have spent the past 9-10 months regulating my nervous system, gutting my life of people that make me feel like shit, that do not make me feel good about myself, that I feel ambivalent about, that I also just feel neutral about. Like, no, I want friends and relationships or people in my life that celebrate me just like I celebrate them, that want good things to happen to me, I come away feeling a higher vibration rather than like, oh my God, lower vibration, or even that I don't have to emotionally prep basically to see them. I've also been sort of working on not making productivity like my main focus in my life, my main goal. I've managed to sort of avoid burnout. I've been regulating that part of me that feels this need to be hyper productive, feels this need to like chase after my dreams, and started letting these things, come to me. Anyway, I've been in this phase, and I think I would say the acceleration point was in November. I decided to go no contact with my family, who realistically, looking back now, I knew at the time, but I didn't want to admit it to myself. I had been in denial for like 8 or 9 years, ever since I was like 20 and I went to uni, and like I would talk to my friends about my family, obviously, like everybody does, and they'd fucking side-eye me and be like, huh? As if, like, I'd be talking about it as if it was normal, and they'd be like, that's not all right, like, that's dodgy. Anyway, so I decided to go no contact with them in November of last year, and my life has accelerated so fucking fast, like in terms of growth, in terms of things happening for me, in terms of my happiness, my satisfaction, and my well-being. Honestly, once the incident happened where I was like, no, I can't be in contact with these people anymore, they can't be in this chapter of my life, okay? They can't, if I'm gonna elevate, because they just drag me down. And I remember just feeling fucking relief. Like, I came back from that incident, I collapsed on the floor, and I was just like, oh. Like, I was obviously upset because I was like, oh my God, that's so traumatizing. But like, I wasn't upset in the sense of like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? Like, I don't have my family. Oh, that's weird to say. It was more relief. I was like, thank fuck they're out of my life. I was like, thank you, universe, for giving me that incident so I could be like clean break. And ever since then, I've been cultivating my magnetism, my authenticity. I've been showing up more authentically online. I haven't grown on Instagram for like 3 or 4 years. Something has happened in the past like couple weeks every single video is getting at least 5-figure or 6-figure views on Instagram. That's literally never happened. I never even had a video get to like 10k before until this month. The fuck? Like, that's insane. And, you know, I'm getting a lot of sign-ups for my masterclass. By the way, I do a masterclass, which is to help you kind of overcome your people-pleaser tendencies. So if you want to go and check that out, check out the link below. It's free. And it's about how to advocate for yourself in the moment rather than, like, you know, thinking of a comeback like 2 hours later, you're like, dang, like, I wish I'd used that comeback. You're not going to have that problem. Go to the masterclass. You'll be able to have a framework and a toolkit on how to do that, and scripts. Anyway, I have been having masterclass sign-ups. I have grown on TikTok as well. My aesthetic is just different. Like, you know, I got my eyebrows pierced. I thinned down my eyebrows. Like, my makeup is more fucking flawless. Like, I started putting outfits together that like feel more that sort of alternative glam, alternative gothic like energy. Obviously I started, you know, well, I did my hair ages ago, but point is that things have accelerated a huge amount since then. But while things have been accelerating, I'm also in a bit of a void. I am probably objectively the loneliest I've ever been in my life. I have very few friends now. Like, I'm very selective. Obviously, I don't have my family anymore. I broke up with my ex, finally cut the cord, like, I don't know, 4 months ago, because we were friends for a bit, and then I was like, no, I can't be dealing with this, like, he needs to go. So I have very few, like, close connections. I have drama that I go to, like drama class, and I have work, part-time job, which is social. It's like customer facing. So I actually have like a decent amount of social interaction on a day-to-day basis. You know, I go to the gym, I get out, you know, I do stuff, but it's more like I don't have those intimate relationships as much. Like, I have my core friendship groups, but they live like in America, or they live there, you know, they don't live where I live, you know, it's via FaceTime, so you have to like sort of arrange to meet and stuff. So it's this very strange feeling where I don't feel lonely, but I do. I am also at the point, so everything's happening all at once. Like, I'm ready to make that proper leap. So I quit the 9 till 5 in March of 2025 when I bought this house. Actually, I was ready for a clean break, and I haven't gone back since. Like, I have my passive income streams. I do Airbnb, I have my coaching course, I have content, you know, and so on, other creative endeavors, and I have my part-time job. But I'm in this phase right now where I've been investing a lot in my business. I've been investing a lot in like my home and so on, and I'm at a place where my passive income streams haven't quite become regular enough for me to quit my my part-time job, which I'm desperate to quit, because I'm like, my body is like signed out of it, but I can't do that yet. So I'm like living in this old version, this old identity of like, this is what I did before, but I'm living as like, you know, emotionally and sort of mentally as this new version of me that doesn't have to rely on a part-time job. So it's this weird thing where I'm like having to face this thing that I have to go to, even though like I've moved on from that. And it's the same with like you know, money. It's like I've invested all this stuff, so I'm like living from a place, or like I'm experiencing money right now from an old identity, and the new one hasn't caught up yet, because the new one is like where I receive, where I let money come in. I've got my coaching business set up now, my funnel set up now. The money can just come in. Like, I don't need to do additional work. I've done the work. Same with content. Like, you know, I just put it out and then let it settle. I don't need to do like loads of additional work, like, you know, improving strategy and stuff. I just need to be myself. Like, I've done that, but it's like there's still a gap where it's like I still haven't got maybe the followers yet, or the community yet. Certainly on YouTube, I haven't quite converted my followers and people that like love what I create into people that want to buy my offers or to invest in my course or coaching, whatever. There's still that like gap, and I just want to say that this is the moment where you need to hold on, as in not hold on to old things, but as in to keep stable those visualizations of your future life. those emotions that you feel of your future life or of your ideal life, it's to continue to keep acting as your highest self. Okay, I had an incident today actually where somebody who was like attached to my old identity, who I'm now not interested in kind of being connected with, they reached out, and it was so hard because this is the thing, things from your old identity will try and claw you back, you know, whether it's like relying on your people pleaser tendencies, or like it's feeling guilty for stuff, or feeling obliged to do things, or worrying about, for example, for me it is mostly people pleaser stuff, like I don't want to upset this person by saying I don't want to be like connected anymore. So I'm like trying to manage the emotions of somebody else, and I have to actively think, no, what would my higher self do? Well, my higher self would be like, everybody's emotions are their responsibility. You can be polite, calm and nice about it, or not nice, I don't like that. Polite and honest at the same time about what you want, and just, you know, leave it there. And it's so hard because when I first got the message, I was like, oh no, I should meet with them. That was like my people pleaser tendencies coming through, that I knew for a fact that that was not my new version of myself, this new identity that I would rather be. But the point is that these things from the past will try and claw you back, whether it's like an ex getting back in contact, whether it's an old friendship, whether it's the prospect of a 9 to 5 where there's stability and there's security around money and around, you know, your routines, whether it's like dipping back into like having a bad diet or not bothering with the gym. It's the old identity trying to claw back. For me, it's often like, you know, this feeling of you should be more productive, you should be doing more stuff, you should be working, and I have to actively be like, fuck off, I don't want to do that. This is not my new identity. Would not be hyper productive. She would be making a lot of money, working smart, not hard. Do you know what I mean? So there are going to be times when you are constantly clawed back. So not only that, are you having to basically the universe will present you with, I suppose, challenges that are like, are you committed to the new identity? You're going to have to prove to me that you're committed to the new identity, so I'm going to send you this challenge that is related to the old identity, and you're going to have to act as your higher self. Like, it's so hard. It's so fucking hard. And then, because also you're still in that transition phase, you're not quite embodied that new version. The only way you're going to, and it's going to get easier, is if you keep doing the hard thing. That's what life is. It's like being presented with difficult situations where it'd be so easy to not choose yourself, and you choose yourself anyway, despite the difficulty, despite the discomfort of that. That's ultimately what it is, and this void is like all about that. So while you're experiencing that, you're also experiencing a huge amount of emptiness, like, you know, having to sit with the loneliness, having to sit with, like I said, having to sit with the emptiness and the void feeling. Because especially, I mean, I have ADHD. I just got diagnosed like mid-December, and I'm also a Sagittarius, so I like always need novelty. I just love adventure. I love, you know, newness and excitement. I thrive off dopamine. I get dopamine hits a lot. Like, I need that, I guess, for my brain. I'm having to not do any of that. Like, all I want to do is fucking move to Berlin, to move to a city. I live in a village, or not a village, but like a small town in like the countryside right now. I want to go and be in a city and just like have all these novel experiences, go and like have loads of fun and meet new people and go for drinks and go out and get drunk. Like, that's all I want. I just want novelty. I want desire. I want to experience new people. I've been celibate for a year. Like, I really want to go and like start dating again. And the universe is like, no, you need to continue to regulate your nervous system. Like, let this new identity unfold, because while you're in this void, the universe is reorganizing your life and reorganizing your existence and like the routes that you're going to take and like your landscape for this new identity that you've chosen. Because now you've chosen it, the universe is like, oh shit, like I need to get my act together, like I need to rearrange all these things. But it doesn't just rely on you, right? It relies on other people maybe giving you an opportunity. So it's like the universe is setting them up to like have a download to think, oh, I need to give Hattie an opportunity. Oh my god, I got like rudely interrupted. by storage notifications. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying, but I just remember that basically I was just talking about the switch from that void feeling, that feeling of like the universe is giving you tests, and you basically got to just pick yourself every single time, and that's what's going to level you up, that's what's going to elevate you. Like, treat life like a game, you know. You're in that gestation phase, you're in that phase of just like things just are getting nourished. The world is reorganizing for your benefit, for your greater good, and the universe is doing that work, and it's waiting for other things to align. You know, like I always think about this with like my dream person, like I'm also waiting for, like, the universe is also waiting for them to do the work to then be like the perfect fit for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, they might not be ready yet, even if I am, they might not be. So therefore, like, I'm gonna have to wait, not because I'm not good enough, or not because I don't deserve it, or not because like I haven't healed enough. It's because they're waiting for them. So I feel like it's the same thing with your dreams. It's like there's certain things that need to align, certain opportunities, certain people need to like collaborate, come together, and then it's going to be like this incredible thing. But in that phase, it's okay basically to feel like shit. I have been feeling shit. Obviously it's January as well. Everybody wants to throw themselves out the window at this time of year, especially in the UK, like it's dark. But I just want to say, like, it's okay if you're feeling shitty. It's okay to cry. It's okay to like rest most of the time. I'm resting a lot, like, and I don't mean just like sitting and doing fuck all. I mean kind of like resting in terms of like getting into my routines, you know, focusing on my routines rather than trying to build new things, trying to create new things, trying to invent new things. This is not the time for that. This is a time for integration, reflection, writing things down, you know, looking inwardly. And I think that's what this void time is like. It's okay to feel shitty. It's okay to feel like this yearning, this longing for this new identity which hasn't landed yet. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be like, oh God, I don't know if this is going to work. Like, this thing that I've created, that I've worked so hard on, is it going to work? Is it going to fly? Is it going to take off? It will, but you need to give it time. And this is where most people start panicking. They start self-sabotaging. They're like, oh fuck, like I can't deal with this. It's so uncomfortable. This should not be happening. I should have had my dream life by now. Like, I'm so lonely. I've got no friends. I've got no family. I've got no, like, you know, I haven't got a partner. This is like horrible. And they just like fall into like the old identity again because it's so uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable not having a partner. It is uncomfortable and lonely not having family or friends, as well, less, maybe fewer friends. It is an uncomfortable time, and especially on top of that, most people will not be doing the same work as you. I mean, something that I found really difficult is because most people are not really trying to build a life like I am. Most people around me, especially in the place that I live, most people follow quite a sort of similar structure, which is, you know, like, get your house, get your like job, have a family, settle down. Like, I'm not interested in that. I don't think ever. I have a completely different idea for what my life's going to look like. I want excitement. I want novelty. I want, you know, I want to be single for like pretty much my whole life at this rate. Like, I want, not single like that, but like obviously dating and maybe like long-term relationships, but I don't think I want to get married. That itself is like so different from everybody else. You know, I don't want a normal career like everybody else. I want to live, like, I want to make money being myself. Like, the fuck, who even does that? Like, I'm just living have a very different idea for what my life is going to look like. And it's lonely because most people don't have the same goals and trajectory. And so it's lonely because you can't relate to other people. I can't relate to anybody else. I actually cannot relate to, I don't think, 99% of the people in my life. Yeah, that part can be kind of add to the void, as it were, during this time of just things not, like, your old identity shedding, but they're not quite into the new one yet. And I just want to reassure you, I want to talk about my experience, and have done obviously, and just remind you that it's okay to be in this point. It's actually part of the process. It's that initiation. If you can push through for a couple months, or however long it requires for that gestation to kind of take place, let it happen, okay? It's supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to force you to face yourself, your shadow. It's supposed to force you to question, like, am I doing the right thing? Should I go back to the old identity? Should I act from this place? No, keep acting from a place of, the universe is giving me an opportunity to level up. Keep coming at it from a place of, what would my higher self do? What would she do? What would they do? Keep coming at it from a point of, like, this is supposed to teach me something. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel like you can't relate to anybody. Thank God for social media, because at least you can have access to people that are going through the same thing. It's supposed to feel this way. Know that. Keep going anyway. and keep maintaining those visualizations. Keep, you know, writing your visualizations down, keep journaling, keep reflecting, keep writing down your plans. Even use ChatGPT to help you visualize things from time to time. It really helps. And I just want to reassure you of that. It's okay if you're in that weird in between, because same. And it's tough, and I'm finding it tough, and I cry a lot because it's so painful. It really is. And you think to yourself, will I ever come out the other side? And it's weird because I know that I will, obviously, like things change all the time, but it's so uncomfortable. And I think it's so difficult for humans to sit in that place of transition. It's neither here nor there. It's nothing. It's emptiness. It's everything happening at once, but nothing happening. It's like the duality of everything happening, but nothing happening. It's the duality of so much is changing, but everything feels still. It's really hard. And I hope this resonates. I'm sure you know exactly what I mean if you're going through this. So yeah, just keep giving yourself grace. Let yourself cry. Let yourself feel frustrated. Let yourself feel the emotions that come up. And sit in it. Be like, I have to sit with this. I have to sit with these difficult emotions. This is the initiation. Okay. I hope this reassured you. I hope this validated you if you are going through this phase. It's not going to last forever. I know it's not going to last forever for me. And it all come at once. It always does. These things come all at once. So be excited for that. This video is sponsored, as always, by my People Pleaser to Powerhouse course, which is all about going from this version of you who can't advocate for themselves, struggles to say no, struggles to set boundaries, is burnt out, to transforming over 4 weeks into somebody who is magnetic, goes from chasing to attracting, unmasks, reacquaints themselves with their authenticity, works through childhood roots of where those people pleaser tendencies came from and pluck them out. That's the transformation I promise in my course. So if you are interested, head to the link below. It is discounted in January, just so you know, by £200. So if you want to make sure that you are setting off the year of the horse perfectly, or just 2026 perfectly, go ahead and get yours. Start choosing yourself. But with that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.